The book of Ezekiel is an important prophetic text in the Hebrew Bible that contains a number of visions and prophecies given to the prophet Ezekiel by God. One of the most famous visions in the book is that of a wheel within a wheel, which many scholars interpret as a description of an extraterrestrial spacecraft or UFO. In this vision, which appears in Ezekiel 1 verses 4 to 28, Ezekiel describes seeing a stormy wind coming out of the north, which is accompanied by a great cloud with fire flashing forth continually. In the midst of this cloud, Ezekiel sees 4 living creatures, each with 4 faces and 4 wings. The creatures are described as having the appearance of a man, a lion, an ox, and an eagle. As Ezekiel watches, a wheel appears beside each of the creatures, and the wheels are described as having the appearance of beryl or crystal. The wheels are said to be full of eyes all around, and they move in unison with the creatures, going wherever they go. Above the heads of the creatures and the wheels, Ezekiel sees a firmament, or expanse, that appears to be made of crystal and is described as being awesome and dreadful. As the vision continues, Ezekiel sees a throne above the firmament, with a figure that appears to be a man sitting on it. The figure is described as having the appearance of amber and fire, and he is surrounded by a bright light. Ezekiel falls on his face before the figure, who speaks to him and identifies himself as the Lord God. The vision of the wheel within a wheel has been the subject of much speculation and interpretation over the years, with many scholars and commentators offering different theories about what it represents. Some have suggested that it is a metaphor for God's power and omniscience, while others have seen it as a symbolic representation of the heavenly realm. However, some scholars have also interpreted the vision as a description of an extraterrestrial spacecraft or UFO. They point to the detailed descriptions of the wheels, which are said to be full of eyes and move in unison with the creatures, as evidence that Ezekiel may have been describing a machine rather than a supernatural phenomenon. Additionally, the appearance of the living creatures, with their multiple faces and wings, has been compared to depictions of extraterrestrial beings in modern popular culture, leading some to suggest that Ezekiel may have been describing an encounter with alien life forms. Despite the many different interpretations of the vision, it remains one of the most fascinating and enigmatic passages in the Hebrew Bible, and it continues to capture the imagination of scholars and readers alike. Whether it is a metaphor for God's power, a depiction of the heavenly realm, or a description of an extraterrestrial spacecraft, the vision of the wheel within a wheel remains a powerful and enduring image of the mysteries of the universe.